and welcome back to my channel. This is Learn to Sew with Nani, and here on this channel I upload and share sewing tutorials and fashion tips every week. So if you like the sound of that, please subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. And today I'm making a shirt collar and I'm showing us how to do that. Now I have my shirt dress here, so what I'll do is to measure around the collar, okay, around the neckline rather. Okay, so you place it together, you make sure that the plackets, the bottom plackets are together, then you make sure that your shoulders match, then you measure around the neckline. Okay, if you want to know how to cut this shirt dress, I already have the tutorial here on my channel. I also dropped the link in the description box so you can go check it out. So this is my shirt neckline. Okay, so I'm going to put it together and measure round the neckline. Okay, and we'll be needing this to cut our collar because the collar would sit on the neckline, so it's appropriate that you get the collar measurement right, the neckline measurement right, so that your collar can sit properly. Okay, so after measuring when it's on fold, I also open it out to measure round it just to be sure. Okay, you need to be very sure of what you have. So I have around 20.5. That's the neckline measurement. Okay, and I am doing that again. So as you can see, I've done this twice. Okay, the first time was when it was together and 2 times when it's open. Okay, so I can measure it round to be sure of what I have. Okay, so I still have my 20.5. okay, so my neckline is 20.5, so let's have that in mind. Okay, yours might be bigger or smaller depending on your neck width and your neck depth. All right, so on my fabric or my pattern, okay, I'm drafting it directly on my pattern. Okay, so we have 20.5. now this pattern is supposed to be on fold, but because we are working on a pattern, we are not folding. On our fabric we fold. Okay, so I got 20.5, so divided by 2, that's 10.25. so I've marked 10.25 right here on my pattern. Okay, now on that 10.25, I'm going to mark half of it, okay, or the midpoint of 10.25. okay, so that's what I have marked there. That's that middle line you're seeing. All right, so I'm just going to extend this into a straight line. Okay, so that we'll just see, just to highlight what we are doing. Okay, so the midpoint is at 5.125 and the other one is 10.25. now on the 10.25 mark, I'll come up by 1 inch. Okay, and this is to slope the collar stand. Okay, because it's going to sit around the collar and the collar is not straight. Okay, we want to make it a little bit curved, just the way the neckline is. Okay, so the neckline is not straight, it's curved, so going up by 1 inch gives us that curvy nature that your neckline originally has. Okay, so this way your collar will sit down pretty on your neckline. Okay, so the collar stand is what I'm marking now, and the height is 1 inch. So I'm going to mark 1 inch from the top of the side of the pattern to where we have that 1 inch up. Okay, I'm just taking it 1 inch up. You can see the way I marked it. Okay, following the slope we already have now. So I'm going to use my ruler to connect the points. Okay, the thing is just to make sure that you have 1 inch round, and this part that we are marking is called the collar stand. Okay, your collar is going to stand on it. All right, so it's called the collar stand. The collar is in 2 parts, the main collar and the collar stand. So this one here is the collar stand. Okay, so after marking your 1 inch round, you're going to measure it to make sure that you have 10.25. that's what we're working with, remember. So I'm marking 10.25 right here. Okay, so you need to measure when you're done so that you don't have your collar smaller than your neckline or your neckline wider than your collar. Okay, so measurement is key here, very important. Okay, so I'm just going to extend the line to where I have my accurate neckline measurement, so I'll still take up that. Okay, right, so this here is the collar stand right now. So the collar, the collar stand, you can leave it straight like this, but designs have this very sweet shape it has at the collar stand. Okay, that helps your collar stand out. Okay, so I'm just going to make a shape. Okay, just curve it down like this. There's no measurement here, just work with your free hand. Okay, just slope it down to that point, just like that. Okay, you don't need any too much measurement. I'm all about making sewing very simple, easy and fun. All right, so the next thing is to make the collar, the main collar. Okay, and the height of it is 2 inches. So I'm marking 2 inches following this same slope of my pattern. Okay, so now at that point where you marked that slope, okay, where you made that curve, I'm just going to diagonally twist my ruler to make a point, okay, or to make a mark or make a line, okay. Just slant it in a slanted line, okay. So remember the collar is 2 inches, so just measure 2 inches round and just it. That is it, guys. This is your collar. Simple. You don't need to start cracking your head doing difficult calculations and all the rest of them. So you know me now, I'm all about making sewing, fashion designing very simple and easy and fast, okay. So right here is my collar. You can just see I've made the finishing touches. All right, so your main collar can be as wide as you want, okay. That extension, that slant line we made, can also be wider or more curvy. So but this is just the basics, okay. When you know this, you can now modify your pattern to anything you want, and within 5 minutes we are done drafting the pattern, okay. So it will actually take less time, okay, but here, you know, I'm teaching, so that's why it's taking much time. So just so you know, you can draft your shirt collar in less than 5 minutes, okay. So I'm separating the collar stand from the main collar. You need to separate them for you to sew before you sew them, okay. So you can see how I'm cut through that 1 inch we came up by, okay, then cut through that slope we made just to shape in or give it that sweet curve that collar stands have. All right, so that is just it, okay. You can see that curve. I'm just making sure that it's, you know, very curvy. You know, we want to make it sweet, smooth, soft, professional, everything beautiful. That's what we are making. All right, so this is my collar stand and I'll place it on my fabric, okay. Then I want to cut out the main collar itself, okay. Just following what we have here, as simple as A, B and C, okay. So cut through like so. Correct. You're my guy, you're my G. Yes, I hope you got that. All right, so this is your collar. Simple. Your main collar and your collar stand, okay. So what you just do is to transfer to your fabric, and I'll show us what to do to the fabric, okay. So when you get your main collar, you place it on your fabric, okay. Just note that the center front is going to be on fold, okay. So I'm going to indicate that so that you know. This part you add 1/2 inch seam allowance all the way, okay. Then this part you don't add any seam allowance. That part is going to be on fold, okay. Even on the collar stand is going to be on fold, okay. So on your fabric you just add 1/2 inch all the way round except for the center front, okay. All the way around, the center front will be on fold. Now to the main collar, 1/2 inch all the way to the top, 1/2 inch to the side, 1/2 inch to the bottom, and no allowance to the center front. That part is going to be on fold, okay. So we're going to place it on our fabric, cut it out, and use our feasible interfacing, which is the gum stay, to make it have a little bit of weight, okay. So this is my main collar, okay. I've cut it on my fabric and I've used my gum stay to interface it, okay. So I'm interfacing. You're going to cut 2 pieces for the main collar and 2 pieces for the collar stand, okay. And I interfaced the whole 4 pieces, okay. Some tutorials would say just interface one side and leave one side. My sister or my brother, if you want to have a collar that would stand through every washing, through every laundry, okay, you need to interface the 2 sides, okay. I'm using gum stay here. You could also use another type of stay that it's called stiff. It's basically or normally used for collars like this, okay. So you can use it and your collar will stand the test of time, okay. Now if you wash like 2 times, it will now start fading. That's why I'm interfacing the 2 sides now. So this is my main collar now. So I've placed it together. You know I said you should cut 2 pieces, okay. So the 2 pieces, I've placed them right sides, facing right side. So I'm going to sew along the sides, okay, with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just remember that when we're adding our allowances, it's just 1/2 inch we added. So I'm going to sew 1/2 inch all the way around, okay. Remember the collar is placed right sides facing right sides, and we are sewing only the collar now, the main collar, okay. Remember I labeled it so that you know what we are doing, okay. So this is the main collar, okay. I'm sewing 1/2 inch to the side, 1/2 inch to the top, okay, and I'll go ahead and sew till I get to the side, and I'll still sew it with 1/2 inch, okay. So if you're watching till now, this is 9 minutes into this video, have you subscribed? If you have not, then what are you waiting for? Okay, join the Nani family. Let's learn how to sew together. Let's make beautiful outfits. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first to know. And if there's anything, any tutorial you want me to make, the comment section is there for you. Okay, drop the video or the name of the topic, or the topic, not the name of, what is the name of topic, drop the topic. All right, so after doing that, I'm going to notch round the collar, okay, and turn it out. Okay, then use my scissors to push it all out, okay, so that everything will lay flat. Then I'll top stitch on it like so. Top stitch. Beautiful. All right, so after doing that, this is it. You can see it lays very flat. Okay, so in case you're working without iron, this will just help you. Okay, so I'll fold it together and notch the midpoint. You can see. So I also get the collar stand. Okay, place it together, place the two together, okay, fold it and also notch the midpoint. Okay, so we want to assemble the collar together now, so we want everything to be perfect, so that's why we are notching the midpoints. Okay, so it will help us properly sew our collar. All right, so after doing this, I'm going to place the collar stand first. Okay, let the right side face you, okay, and the curvy part, you can see that curved part. Okay, so you bring your main collar, okay, then you make sure that the notches match. Okay, so you match up the notch on your main collar to the notch on the collar stand. Okay, then also get the other piece of the collar stand and make sure that the notch also match. Okay, so you're going to get your pin and pin it down. Okay, just hold it down. You can see, so that curvy part, okay, is going to face up. Okay, and the not so curvy part, on the collar stand, the collar stand now, so you know how to place it. Okay, so as you can see, just watch and follow what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see this part. Now I'm going to pin it all the way round. You can see. Then I'll sew with 1/2 inch. Remember, our allowance is 1/2 inch. Okay, so this is how you would sew all the way around. So I'll just go ahead and pin all the sides. Okay, pin it round. Okay, so that when you're sewing, it's not moving around and you can sew correctly and accurately. Okay, so you can see, just sew with 1/2 inch all the way around. Okay, so I'm sure you saw how I placed it. Okay, so make sure you place yours exactly the same way so you get exactly what I would get. All right, so I've finished pinning. I'm done pinning. You can see right side facing right side. So I'm going to sew round with 1/2 inch all the way. Okay, so let's go and sew. Yes. Okay, so this video is running into 25 minutes. We have this video is 25 minutes long. I know it's quite long, but not long enough for you to gain the knowledge you would get. Okay, I actually make videos long so that I would have all the time to show you everything you need to know in details. Okay, so I don't rush and you don't get the information you need to get or the knowledge you need to get. Okay, it's not right having a 2 minutes video without passing any information or any knowledge. So please forgive me if my videos are always too long. Please, I love to teach in details. That is why. Okay, please forgive me, pardon me. Just the 25 minutes is actually okay for you to get the knowledge you want to get. Okay, please don't crucify me. I love you, and that is why I'm doing this. All right, so I'm sewing with 1/2 inch. Okay, when you get to where your pins, just take out your pins. Okay, and make sure you follow the curvy manner. Okay, the curvy nature of that part that we carved out. Okay, so that everything will turn out beautiful. Okay, when you get to the end, you back stitch. Okay, to tighten your stitches. Okay, so I'm done, and I'll take out my pins and I'll come in and notch. Now this is the kind of notch we're doing now, is the kind of notch we did earlier. Okay, so I want to secure my stitches here. That's why I'm redoing that. Okay, I want to make sure my stitches are secure. I back stitched a lot so that it doesn't unravel when I'm sewing. Okay, so you can see the type of notching I'm doing, not the one you just cut through. Bring it together and notch. Okay, if you're working without lights, okay, so those of us that are in Nigeria or in countries that don't have stable power supply, okay, right now I'm working with a generator, and this generator carries my 3 industrial machines, so I don't want to overload it with my iron, so I'm not ironing this. Okay, but when you're working, try to iron. Okay, I was fortunate to have light as at the time I was ironing the interfacing. Okay, so that's why I am notching like this. Okay, I know some of us might be in the position of working without light. Okay, so that is why I'm showing us what to do. This collar, I did not iron it at all, even after attaching it to my outfit. Okay, and you see the finished work, and it's so nice, super nice. You wouldn't even notice that it wasn't ironed. Okay, so that is why I am showing us all these steps, and that is why this video is taking as long as it's taking. All right, so you can see the way I'm notching it round. Okay, so that when you open it up, everything would lay flat. Okay, and top stitching would also help you, and it also adds some designs to your outfit. Okay, so I'm done notching it out, you can see. So I'll pull everything out. All right, your collar is ready, very ready, very ready. You just need to now attach it to your neckline. Okay, so right now, if you have your iron, you're going to get it and iron everything out so to smoothen out. Then you can now maybe fold in 1/2 inch on the two sides of the collar stand so that you can use it to attach the neckline. Remember, the allowance is 1/2 inch, the allowance we gave. Okay, but if you don't have light, like I don't have light, what I'll do is to use my hands to push it out, smoothing it out. Okay, and make sure that because so the notching would also help me. So if you have light, there's no light on this iron, you can see. Okay, so I'm just showing you that you need to iron. But if you don't have light like me, okay, you can, there's a way around it. There's a hack. That's why you're in Noni's channel. Okay, there's a hack around it. Right, so enough of that. This is my neckline. Okay, so I've overlocked the shoulder point. Okay, you need to overlock it before you attach your collar, because if you don't, you might not get the chance to do that afterwards, or you can just do it halfway. All right, so I'll make sure that I meet the bottom plackets together, hold it firmly, and notch the midpoint at the back. Okay, so I will notch it. Remember, our collar already has a notch. Okay, so when I said notch the collar, you need to know that it had a reason. Okay, that was a reason for it. So now for this lower part, now you can see the notched part on my collar. So I'm going to bring it. You can use either side. Okay, we've coupled it so it does not have front and back. Now it's just the same thing. So any side you want. Okay, so make sure that right side face the right side. Okay, so right side of the collar facing the right side of your dress or your shirt. Okay, so you can also see my notch on the shirt. Okay, then my notch on the collar. So let the notches align, very important. Okay, let the notches align, and you need your pins. Okay, so you get your pins to hold it down. This is very important. Okay, I'm advanced, is not here. I'm a professional, is not here. Okay, if you don't want to be very good friends with your seam ripper, just try to pin. All right, so what I also do is to pin the collar around the neckline. Okay, using my pins. Now doing this helps you to feed the collar through the neckline so that you are sure that your collar is matching your neckline. Okay, for some of us that are beginners that might make mistakes and make bigger collars than their neckline, or their neckline is shorter than their collar, you can always now make your adjustments. Okay, so here I'm getting the collar. Okay, so the midpoint there, okay, that part you sewed your collar should also match up with your collar stand, with your placket, your bottom placket. So you can see, you make sure that the sides are matching, like so. You can see where I stitched my collar. You make sure that everything is matching, then you pin it down. Okay, pin it down. So I'm done pinning. So what I'm going to go do is to stitch it all the way round with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, so you need to know your allocated seam allowance. Once is side seam allowance, I use 2 inches. Once is for collars, plackets, or whatever, I use 1/2 inch, so that way you know that this is at the back of your mind. You don't need to measure. You just know that what you are sewing is 1/2 inch. If it's the sides, is 2 inches. It makes sewing easier and fun for you. Whatever you're doing, have your own allowance, your own inches that you add. Okay, so for me, I'm adding half inch. People do add 1/4 of an inch, but what if you have a shortage, or what if yeah, so that's it. All right, so I'm using 1/2 inch to sew all the way around. Okay, I've pinned it. I'm just showing us how to sew it down. Okay, so forgive me if my hands are coming obstructing your view. Yeah, English. Okay, forgive me, my hands are obstructing your view. All right, so you stitch all the way down. Okay, so I said it before, you are still watching, I have not subscribed. Hey, please now, please subscribe. Hey, yes, tap on, yes, subscribe. Yeah, tap on the notification bell. Yeah, okay, thank you. And to my existing subscribers, these people keep growing every day. Thank you so much for finding me watch Igbo. All right, so thank you for joining me, thank you for being here, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate and I love you all. And to one of my wonderful subscribers, Precious Pantiliano, wow, you are amazing. I love you. Thank you for always being here. Thank you for always commenting. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for everything you have done. This is just one of the names I know. I know some other names, but this person has always been here. Like, she's always there. Precious Pantiliano, I see you and I love you. All right, so I'm done sewing that. Okay, as you can see, so I'll just take out my pins. All right, so you can trim off the excess if you want. Okay, you can trim off the excess, just cut it out. You can trim it off, but you can always leave it. Okay, if you don't want it to be too bulky around there, you can trim it off, but it doesn't mean. So now the lower part, I'll just fold in 1/2 inch. Remember, the allowance is 1/2 inch. We've used that on the other side to sew, to also use the remaining 1/2 inch to cover up your stitches. All right, so you fold in 1/2 inch and use it to cover the stitches. Simple. Okay, so I'm just going to pin it down. Okay, so pinning is very essential, very important. All right, so fold in 1/2 inch and you pin. Okay, so please ignore the background noise. Okay, any voice, anything you hear that is not my voice, okay, bind it and cast it. All right, so please focus on my own voice. Okay, I'm at the studio, I'm at the shop, and cars, motorcycles, everything is passing by. Okay, so people are passing and you should hear noises, but just focus on my own voice. Okay, so I've pinned it round. You can see the outside, you can see the inside, so I'll just go ahead and stitch it down. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so you just stitch it down. Alright, so this is the same method for your corporate shirts, for whatever type of shirt you're making. This is the method you need to make your collar. There are different types of collars, the mandarin collar, the bishop collar, different types of collars. And if you're interested in knowing how to draft and sew those types of collars, now I'm in the comment section, just drop it there. Okay, and if I get turn-ups, I'll do the video. Okay, so that's how I do videos that I know that you are interested in. I just make videos. Okay, so the WhatsApp number, you can see the number on your screen. Okay, so you can also WhatsApp the number and send in styles and illustrations that you want. Okay, so yes, I'm actually done stitching that and your collar is ready. Okay, you can see, super beautiful, and it's standing. Okay, because I interface the two parts. Okay, so it's actually very strong, and with as much washings as you can do, it will still be standing. Okay, it's not going to it's not going to be fair weather. Okay. So now to this other part, I'm just going to make a top stitch at this upper part. Okay, I'll make a top stitch there so that to just give it that design that shirts have. Okay, you see some shirts and you see some lines running across them or running through them. Okay, for decoration, most times it's top stitching. Okay, so that it may be like for those of us that work with our lights now. Okay, so that everything would lay properly. Okay, most times it's design, most times is to hold it down, most times is so nobody knows the story behind your stitch or your work. It is you who owns the work, it is you who owns the story. Okay, and I hope your story is a beautiful one. And we've come to the end of this amazing tutorial. Amazing. Okay, so I'm happy you're here, I'm happy you saw this, I'm happy you learned something. So if you found this video helpful, come on guys, subscribe. Like I keep saying, I keep preaching it, subscribe. Okay, turn on post notifications. like, share, yes, like it and share it, okay? And drop some beautiful comments. I like to see them. They keep me going, okay? They keep me being here. All right, so this is my collar, so beautiful. You can see how it's that. Who is that person honking now? Ah, okay, so you can see my collar, so beautiful. Okay, so like this, you can see. So I've made my buttonholes. I've taught you how to make buttonholes. It's there on my channel, okay? Check it out so you learn how to make buttonholes. Okay, so what I'll do is attach my basic sleeve. I've also shown you how to make a basic sleeve. It's right there on my channel. And this is Nani. This is me. If you've not seen me before, this is me. And this is me rocking my shirt dress. So you can see my collar. So beautiful. I couldn't get somebody to take a picture of me, so I had to do this selfie video. Okay, so this is my collar, this is my shirt dress, and I'm rocking it. So beautiful, so beautiful. It's so beautiful, guys. Okay, so this is my shirt dress and the collar. You can see the collar sitting pretty, so pretty. All right, so till I come your way next time, I love you. Stay safe, stay healthy, practice more, so more. Okay. All right, so bye, kisses, love you.